one of the great things, I was lucky enough to host Saturday Night Live in my younger days. And I'll never forget, Lorne Michaels told me, you know, we do the show in 5 days. He said, we could have 2 weeks and it might not be much better. He said, some decisions get made because it's 6 p.m. on Saturday. And that's kind of the way it should be. And I just thought, like, wow, that's a really cool concept. That, listen, man, you figure it out, you guess, and there's a clock. And once that clock is up, you make your decision and you roll with it, and that's what it's meant to be.
Well, nothing like a clock to get rid of any kind of preciousness on your ideas.
Yeah. And listen, I mean, time, conversely, though, and this is what I realized writing and showrunning, too, is that, like, there's really no substitute for time. Like, on a set, if you have more time to shoot something, it's always safer. You might nail it on the first take. You might nail the first shot. You might really figure out the scene. But if you have more time to maybe shoot a couple more angles in the edit, you can get around it. If you realize, oh, wow, I totally missed that scene from the beginning. That's not what it should be. What options do we have? If you had time to shoot it, you can cut to a wide for a moment and even rewrite dialogue through that. You can be on somebody's back. You have so many more options. So I would say time on set is definitely important, but time to create, yeah, sometimes you just need to put it out there. And you need to put it out there imperfect as well. You can't wait until, if any writers out there, like, you don't wait until you think it's absolutely perfect to give it to somebody, because there's always going to be stuff you're going to learn about it. And you can save a lot of time by giving it to somebody and say, listen, it's about probably 70% there.
Also save a lot of heartbreak as well, because if you think it's perfect, it's not perfect. And
it's never going to be perfect.
And that person's going to tell you their problems with it or their notes. And so therefore, you're just going to get heartbroken, and it's going to be harder to get back into fixing all the problems that someone might.
And if the problem is foundational and you've already, like, done all the paint on the outside and you've done the trim and you've decorated the house, then it's even more painful to take it apart because you have to kill so many darlings that you're now in love with. Yeah. But yeah, that was a big lesson for me. I mean, you know, I'm a perfectionist, so, and also, you know, everybody has an ego. Everybody's got pride. Nobody wants to, you know, every writer who's ever written everything wants to hear it's brilliant.
You're the best there's ever been.
I don't know how you did this. It's genius. And
how did no one know this about you before this moment?
Exactly. And yeah, that's a kind of result-oriented approach that I don't think lends itself to making good stuff.
Right, you're writing going, how am I going to talk about this in interviews? That's going to be great.
Oh man, that's the worst. When I was younger, much younger as an actor, I remember thinking, all right, well, in the press tour, I can say this about this role. Like, let's just say those press tours are never fun by the time you get there, because the product is just not going to be that good.